I'm going to try and um, keep this brief. I'm conscious of time, but I think there is quite a lot. And I believe everything that has been discussed today is a good build-up to what I'm going to share from our side, which is really a ChatGPT use case. And what I want to demonstrate is a few things. So I'm sure most of you, if you haven't already, you will soon start engaging with ChatGPT. And normally it starts on quite a superficial layer where you'll ask a very basic question, or you'll ask it to write a poem or tell a joke. And, you'll be quite surprised at how accurate it is or human-like it is in its response. And to Giang's point when he was closing off there, it really comes down to the power of ChatGPT. You're not going to be disrupted by ChatGPT. You're going to be disrupted by someone who knows how to use it. And I hope that what I'm about to share with you will give you an example of how real that is and how fast things are going to move. The pace at which you can, what used to take me a month's worth of consulting, I can now do in an hour, 90 minutes. And I'm not joking about this, and I'm going to demonstrate it today. And the key to it is that title you see on your screen now, which is a ChatGPT prompt creator. The more technical term is a prompt engineer, but there you really have to understand AI and language-based models, and that takes it to a whole different technical level. But I think an emerging skill that's going to be arriving or has arrived is the ability to be a prompt creator, whether it's text to output from a response perspective, text to text, text to image, text to video. The game is changing fast. And how I want to demonstrate that for you today is to show you what I've been doing within the startup ecosystem. So my role within the startup ecosystem is to identify startups, pull them into either our incubator or our accelerator. And then I deliver the first cohort, which is centered around value proposition and business model canvas, which is about drilling down into the basics of your product market fit. How does that translate into your business canvas? Okay. And then from there, what is your go-to-market strategy? I have been an entrepreneur myself. I've failed at more businesses than I've succeeded at. The ones I've succeeded at, we've done phenomenally well. And there's a reason for that. And it comes down to understanding your product market fit, understanding your customer, understanding and making sure that you know what are your key activities, key partnerships, and what is that product roadmap. If you don't have those basic fundamentals right, that's why there's a 90% failure rate. And this doesn't only apply to startups. This applies to companies that are trying to create products within their own companies. And to Ashley's point, being able to take data and turn it into intelligence. And a lot of the data that or insights we've been getting from enterprise customers when we've been doing design thinking workshops with them is that they don't understand all the data that they have. They don't understand the customer need correctly. They're creating products that aren't relevant. They're taking too long to release those products, and they're moving too slow. They got this Frankenstack that is slow, and it just doesn't really move along. So what I want to show you today is how you can leverage ChatGPT to fast track 3 weeks to a month's worth of work within 90 minutes. And I'm going to do it against the value proposition canvas. A few key points. A ChatGPT prompt creator is someone who writes questions and statements to help teach the computer on how to respond like a human. So you come up with interesting and varied prompts to respond to different topics and questions. You need to be able to write in natural and convert down a conversational way and have an interest in language and technology. Basics. You need to understand the goal of the ChatGPT model. Study and understand natural language processing at its most basic level. Ask ChatGPT to explain it to you like a 5-year-old, 14-year-old, an 18-year-old will give you different prompts to help you understand it. Practice writing in a conversational, natural tone. Be able to identify patterns in language, understand context and audience for prompts. I'm going to demonstrate that to you. Continuously refine and optimize the prompts. I'll explain what I went through today when I built this business in a matter of 90 minutes. And then focus on the basics. So it provides you with a strong foundation. It is not the be all and end all. And I think Giang mentioned it as well. People writing blogs, or content generation. What the output of ChatGPT is not the end product. You have to interrogate it, fact check it, and then normally get someone to help you copy it or do some copywriting on it. So it does not know every framework. You need to play around with your tone, your voice, depending on the audience, what you're trying to say, and make sure that you validate everything. So just quickly, today I'm going to demonstrate how I did a value proposition canvas, built into a business canvas, then built out a solution design spec, and rolled all the way to an end product with an elevator pitch and a go-to-market strategy, a growth hacking campaign, 3 weeks of social media content in a matter of 90 minutes. So the value proposition canvas at its most basic essence is the ability to make sure that the product you're taking to market is solving the customer pain points, that you're capturing value, that you're delivering value to capture value. And this makes up 2 components of your business model. It's your front end and your back end. So the front end would be your customer relationship, customer segments, your channels, okay? The back end would be your key partnerships, key activities, key resources. I'm moving through this quite quickly due to time. Feasibility on the back end is how you're going to have to buy, build, or borrow to be able to build out your product. Desirability on the front end is obviously the customer development. The viability is your costs and revenue. So that's your business model canvas that you see here. The exercise that I did was preluding this, okay, which is diving into the value proposition canvas. So if you think about Uber, and we just quickly run through it, you have to understand how Uber got to where it got to. First thing it did is understanding the customer. So list the functional, emotional, social jobs that the customer needs to have done. Contact a taxi, control cost for a ride, wait for the cab, in some unknown amount of time, pay for the trip. What are the pains that we all used to go through before we had Uber? Remember the days, low cab availability, the need to book a cab in advance, bad drivers happen, issues with payment. What are the gains, the positive outcomes that we would have liked from getting this job done? The ability to track our cab, the one-click order cancellation, 0 time on payment, a trusted driver. So what did Uber develop? They developed a passenger mobile app. We had Black Cab, Uber X, Uber Prop, okay? And that was the product and service they built to solve the product market fit. What are the pain relievers from that? Flawless automatic payment system, driver ratings, 24/7, 365 availability of cabs, arrival and travel time prediction. The gain creators from that was the ability to navigate your trip on the map, the ability to manage all the details in a single platform, the rating system, automatic credit card payment. Boom. Uber's born, takes over the global market, disrupts the entire taxi industry. This is why it's important to do a value proposition canvas. Now, what I want to show you today is where that type of exercise would take anywhere up to a week just on the value proposition canvas to get a startup to think about who are all the actors, what are all the pains linked to all the actors, what are all the gains that they want, what is the product that they already have or that they need to develop, pain relievers, gain creators. I want to show you how you can do that through ChatGPT rapidly. And you can apply this to any business you want to start or any product you want to develop in your respective industry. So the first thing to do is to define your problem domain, choose a specific topic, ask open-ended questions, review the generated responses, analyze the pattern, prioritize the problems, refine the problem statement. So you then prioritize those problems. And to give an example of that, I'm basically going to play some videos to show you what I started. So at 10:24 this morning, I thought, let me give this a bash and show you the art of the possible. So thinking about the relevance of this event, I said, I would like to understand all the problems that exist in the event industry. Prompted ChatGPT to give me a response. You press click, and very quickly, it comes with an output. So it'll list that it's a complex, multifaceted industry that requires a lot of planning, management. There's budget constraints, event cancellations, safety, security, environmental concerns, technology challenges, staffing and talent management challenges, marketing and promotion. It's pretty comprehensive. It's quite detailed. Okay, so that is a very clear view. Holistically, what are the problems that exist within the events industry? Now, I want to hone in somewhere. And this is where you start prioritizing which of those problems resonate with you, where you think you might want to solve it. So I then established very quickly, sorry, if I just go back here, I said, okay, let's just pay. So I looked at that and I said, okay, well, which of those problems do I want to solve in the events industry? So I said, can you help me? Can you provide me or write me a problem statement that looks at marketing and technology? So you can just see what I'm busy prompting here. So I just wanted to double check. Okay, technical challenges because I'm a technology guy, marketing challenges because my view on the events industry is it's stale, it's antiquated. It feels like events have been the same forever. So I wanted to see what can I push out of this. So I got it to write me a problem statement around the events industry linked to those 2 points. So I'll just jump forward. And this is what it pushed up for me. The events industry faces significant challenges to technology adoption and management, virtual and hybrid event management, network and infrastructure management, and data management and analysis, as well as marketing challenges related to audience targeting, branding, messaging, promoting, outreach, measurement, analytics. It's pretty comprehensive. I'm not going to read all of that, but that helps me just crystallize exactly what my problem statement is. Now, what I need to do next is go into the value proposition canvas. And this is where I want to pull through the problem statement. And now I want it to give me all of the stakeholders and actors relevant to that problem statement, their activities. I want it to list it for me in bullet format. And then I'm going to go into a structured format per actor or stakeholder as to what are the key activities. So I put in the prompt to list all the stakeholders, actors relevant to the problem statement. It tells me everyone, event planners, vendors, attendees, sponsors, technology providers, marketing agencies. And you can see it gives me quite a comprehensive description behind each one of them. Okay. So I'm going to jump forward here because the principle here is just to understand that now I understand who all the stakeholders are in the value proposition canvas. Okay. Now I said, please list in a structured format per actor all the tasks that they perform, pains that they experience, their respective roles, the gains which they had, potential innovations. Now, this is the exciting part that could be introduced. What could be a gain creator and pain reliever from the innovation, and structure the response per actor with subheadings and relevant bullet points. So I'm giving it a very specific prompt. It's taken me quite a few workshops to get to this point, but the output is phenomenal because now I'm going to get a detailed list that tells me exactly what each event planner has to do from a task perspective. Okay. What are the pains that they go through on a daily basis? What are the gains which they had? Take your mind back to the value proposition canvas. Now, what are the potential innovations that I could introduce if I wanted to create a product to solve this? Now, understand what I'm doing here. For each one of those actors linked to the event industry, I'm getting this detailed output that I take and I extract it, put it into an Excel sheet, map it out, and then I decide what is the product that I'm going to develop. And then I also prioritize from a development perspective all the things that I'm going to do from a sprint with my developers to be able to make that happen. So what have I done? I've created a value proposition canvas. Okay. First of all, I've identified a vertical problem that I want to solve in that vertical. So events, I wanted to solve technology. I wanted to solve marketing. Highlight all of the different actors that are relevant to that problem statement. Boom, 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 boom. Give me all the tasks linked to them, the gains, the pains, the potential innovations, which is stimulating my thinking about what can I potentially innovate to solve that with. Okay. I'm going to jump forward here. I wasn't happy with all of the innovations. So I said, because I've got to think for metaverse and augmented reality, I said, provide some more specific examples of how the metaverse or augmented reality can be used as an innovation for actors 1 to 4. So for event planners, it gave me a detailed breakdown. How can I use the metaverse or augmented reality? Okay. And what could I potentially do from an innovation perspective? The same for technology providers, the same for the attendees, the same for the event sponsors. So you can see now I'm starting to build up. Now it's 11:31, okay? Less than an hour. Okay, well, it's taken an hour for me to get to this point. I'm going to jump forward here. Now I'm saying, based on all of the above, help me summarize a product that is a platform that enables both AR and VR solutions with all the AR solutions embedded that were recommended above, because I've seen and I've read through everything. There's a consistent theme that's coming through from an AR perspective. And I know that augmented reality and the metaverse or virtual reality were good suggestions. So it gives me a detailed product spec of what that product could be. So a potential product that is a platform that agnostically integrates augmented reality, virtual reality, couples AR in a very specific manner to solve the pain points for your event attendees, your sponsors, organizers, and all the other actors that were listed. If I jump forward, provide me with an elevator pitch for the above product, because I now want to condense it because that's a bit long. So I'm saying, give me an elevator pitch, something that I would pitch to someone to explain what is this amazing product. So it gave me the product description. So this is the longer product description. It's quite a mouthful. Then it's 11:38 now, with the elevator pitch, introducing the ultimate event management platform. Comprehensive solution that combines augmented and virtual reality with powerful AI analytics to provide event planners, attendees, sponsors, and technology providers with everything they need to create seamless, engaging event experiences. So it's still quite high level, but it's also very specific as to what it is that I'm providing. So now I want to take it forward and I want to get more specific. Do a SWOT analysis on that specific product. Okay. So it gives me a full detailed strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats of that product that exists. Okay. Then I go into it and I say, please provide a detailed solution design on how I would build this product. So let's just pause there. Understand what I've done. I've gone from a problem statement to a product, an elevator pitch. Now I'm going into solution design. I'm not a technical person. I've touched on technical. I've worked with solution architects. I know the core basics of what they want. So I'm saying, give me functional, non-functional requirements. Tell me what's in scope. Provide all the recommended coding plus hardware requirements so that I can take this and give it to someone that's technical and say, this is what I want. So what have we done as a non-technical person, being able to ideate, crystallize your idea, create a solution design so that you can pass it on to a relevant technical person. And I said I wanted to be able to work with both Apple's augmented reality as well as the Meta VR glasses. And it gives me a detailed list of functional and non-functional requirements, which is typically what a technical person takes to be able to build a solution out from a solution design perspective, a solution architecture perspective. I asked it for hardware requirements. It tells me the headsets for Meta, for Apple. Software requirements, it gives me all the programming languages that can be considered. Okay, the frameworks, the libraries, the APIs, and then it gives me a nice little summary at the end of that. I'm moving quite quickly, so just bear with me. Next phase. Now I'm like, okay, what are some of the potential, let's skip to step here. So I've summarized this product. I've summarized an elevator pitch. Now I was like, okay, well, what would I call this product? Give me some potential names. So it gave me a list of different names. I picked Eventopia as the name. And then I said, give me some additional domain name options so that I can go and secure the actual domain, buy the website domain, secure it, and then obviously go into a design process. Let's play again. Then I asked it to refine the pitch, the elevator pitch, now using the word Eventopia. Okay, that will describe the solution as we've mapped it out from the solution design and previous information. Important to note that Because I've started at the core fundamentals in this thread on ChatGPT, I'm starting from the problem through to the actors, the pains, the gains, the innovations, the recommendations. And as I'm adding more detail to the thread, the AI is learning and understanding what I'm trying to do. So it becomes more specific and more intuitive in its output. So I'll just jump ahead here. So I asked it for elevator pitch. It gives me a detailed elevator pitch for Entopia. Okay. Let's jump forward. So this is the elevator pitch. Okay. And I'll be happy to share this on email with anyone that wants to understand and follow this and learn from this after the event, because we are moving through it quite quickly. But it really gives me a very clear, focused elevator pitch for this new product called Eventopia. The next thing I do is say, give me a competitor analysis for Entopia in the APAC region, because now I want to understand who am I competing with in the region that I reside, where I would potentially want to launch this product. So I'm going to jump ahead. Boom. It gives me 5 different competitors. It tells me what they do, what they don't do, how I compare against them. So now it's 11:50. It started at 10:30. Think about the rate at which I'm moving here to take a product, innovate, and build a go-to-market strategy. So it gives me a detailed comparison against each of those. There, he has a breakdown of each one of those competitors. Then we're going to the next phase. So now I'm asking it to do the end point. We've done the value proposition canvas. We've done everything that I've mentioned before. Now give me a business model canvas that is in a structured format under the relevant headings with all the required detail that we've captured. So basically building the business model for you, and this is the output. It tells me who my key partners are. It tells me my key activities that I need to focus on. It tells me the key resources that I'm going to need. It shows me the value proposition. So these are all the titles that come out of the business model canvas. It gives me everything that I need to basically have a high level view of the business plan, the customer segments, even the channels to market, the revenue streams, and the cost centers. So understand what I've done within 1 hour from a innovation and a disruption perspective. Okay, I'm going to jump forward. So I've got my business model canvas mapped out. I've got my product. Now I'd say to give me a digital growth hacking strategy for this product so that I know how to take this product to market. So it gives me a long list of things to do to help basically catalyze my digital campaign to launch this product in the market. If I jump forward in my reporting here, it goes into building email lists. Then each one of the things it gives me, I'll go into detail and I'll say, okay, design an email for me to take this to market. Or yeah, I'm saying design, this is an email, but I also asked it for 3 weeks of social media content for LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook. And it gives me specific posts. It tells me when to release what, how to release it, what is the narrative that I need to follow. So just think about what this means for design agencies, marketing agencies. Okay. So yeah, I'm asking for the email. It's taking a bit long. Let me jump ahead. I'll ask for influencers. So if you look here, I'm saying because one of the things that recommended in the growth hacking strategy is use influencers to help take the product to market. Ask which influencers in the APAC region could I use? Jamie Oliver, Gary. It gives me detailed influencers that I can use. Jumping ahead quickly because of time. I asked it to do blog posts. Okay, so it gives me a detailed blog post. I've asked it to do a white paper. And basically, to sum it up, what I was able to do within 90 minutes was define the problem domain, create a problem statement, introduce a value proposition canvas and product market fit, flesh out the innovations, the business canvas, the product description, the elevator pitch, a competitor analysis, a growth hacking campaign, even created a script to go from text to video to create a product demo. And basically, you can just very quickly copy paste that into a tool. It'll create an AI-backed video of someone talking. You can play around with the images, as well as a blog and a white paper. And in the end, created Eventopia, which is an augmented metaverse reality platform, agnostic of any other metaverse or AR solution that basically solves the problems for all of the actors that were mentioned. And this is the power of ChatGPT and how you could potentially use it in your business. Outside of a hard API integration, if you're looking to build a new business, a new product, if you follow some key fundamentals in how to build up a business, a startup, or a product, and you follow those prompts through some guidance and through some rework, you can rapidly shorten your time to market and how you can innovate with all the technologies available today. I'll stop there, Paul.
Llewellan, that was just fantastic. You know, in a way, this whole this whole session, it's morning and afternoon, and depending where you are, led up to this. You know, we had some very technical presentations earlier, from Ashley in particular, some practical kind of, you know, sort of ways, and quite a colorful presentation actually from Giang. But then you just like took it into, you know, you just fast tracked the whole process for us. So you joined all the dots, and honestly, that's outstanding. Whether you're working in a large enterprise company, small company, transition to a medium-sized company, or wherever you are on the spectrum, it's, you know, it's just, you just made it so simple. That's a stunning presentation. Well, and really, thank you very much.
Thank you, Paul. It was a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun to go through it. So, you know, I think where we're going as a species now is where's the pain point? What's the problem? What do you want to innovate on? And nothing stops you from a tool perspective to be able to go do what you need to do. And that's the exciting part of being alive at this time, I think.
Well, completely, and you get this whole concern. I mean, as always with technology, you know, job losses and things like that. But actually, no, I think Kathy summed it up. It does actually reinforce your job. It makes your job a lot more fulfilling. You don't have to ask 1,000 people, you know, to get buy-in, to get this, to get that. You can just, so long as we all adhere to Ashley's policy about treating it as Excel, and we're all on board with a unified platform, you know, it'll be easy to sort of get people's opinion, and you know where you go, and you can get to market a lot faster. Yeah, that's it.
Exactly.
It was amazing.
Good. I saw Monet posted a comment there. So yes, Monet, we will share with you on email. I'll package it nicely and share it with anyone that wants to kind of follow that thread. I think, you know, you can take it and use it, and we'll create a forum where, you know, as we learn new things, because we're testing a lot of concepts with ChatGPT. I think, you know, we'll create a forum where everyone can share, and believe in tapping into the collective consciousness and for everyone to openly share and learn from each other. So yeah, it would be good to get further insight from everyone in their respective industries.
Today is Celebrate Professional Speaker Day. And if ever there was a reason, you know, look at the benefits of just tuning into something like this. It's just extraordinary. How you just put it across, and how you just made it so easy for us to understand.
Great, I'm glad it resonated.
And you made it more human as well, which I think is important, because certainly for me, I need it dumbed down a little bit to try and understand it. But what the things you can get out of that are phenomenal. Well done. Yeah. Thank you.
And I think, Ola, you know, I know you have to deal with the grind of all of the marketing requests and stuff that come out. And I want to emphasize again, people aren't going to be disrupted by ChatGPT. You're going to be disrupted by someone who knows how to use it. And the sooner you can learn to become a prompt engineer or a creator, the more powerful you'll become as a human. And the ability, what I did there would normally take me 3 to 4 weeks with the startup, because it's slow. You have to think intensely to come up with the level of detail. Whereas what happens now is coming out of that, I'll take a lot of that, I'll put it into an Excel tool. If the startup already has a product, we color code what they do or don't have. We take innovations that they don't have that we think are important. We rank them, we put them into a sprint list, and that becomes their product roadmap for the next 3, 6, 12 months. That principle can apply to you in your marketing engine. When it comes to content generation, the ability to create any post for LinkedIn, Twitter, I never just take the post verbatim and post it. I will get someone who's really good at copy to review it, to give it that human touch, or I'll do that myself. But yeah, that's the power that you have now to leverage and just to shorten your output time.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Thank you.
We have many people, I've got a number of guests on the call, Llewellan, that sort of head up sales teams. And we all know the work that gets involved in that, particularly when you have your sort of sales conferences, your get-togethers, there's always this preparation, isn't there? That you don't always have the quality time for. And I guess now this, so long as you're specific, you could actually do some real good here, couldn't you, using this technology?
I mean, for sure. If at its most basic levels, we talk through the sales lens, and I've been a salesperson, and there's one thing salespeople are notoriously bad at, including myself, and that's admin, right? So, you could leverage this to help you. Yeah. So you could leverage this to help you with your introductory emails, with when you connect with someone, the ability to very quickly understand their business and find some talking points, so that if you want to resonate with them, you can. The people that are flexing it really well at the moment, Salesforce has just released their ChatGPT integration. It's called Einstein GPT. And what they've done is they've created that cognitive engine, okay, that Ashley was talking about. They've embedded it into Salesforce. It's taking the data from all of the customer leads, the sales pipeline data, everything. It's meshing it up. Now, in Salesforce, using Einstein, you can do a quick analysis on any customer, the performance. You can ask it to develop any chart you want, and it will just visually, like the same way that we had the generative AI creating the visuals, it'll do it with charts. And then you can put more text in to tell it to compare things on the chart. Then you can get it to even spin up an immediate web page. So imagine typing in, create me a web page for a cloud-based solution or dog food that talks to this audience. And what they've done in Salesforce is the ability to spin up that web page and then generate the email campaigns, message campaigns to put to the customers, to link them to that landing page to try and drive conversion. That's where this is going.
No, that's pretty fantastic. And I guess customer retention is another big topic, isn't it? This kind of thing does intrigue your customers a little bit more, aren't you? Because you're almost anticipating what they're wanting in the future, in a way, if I've heard that right.
Yeah, exactly. That's stickiness.
Yes, and not just waiting for them to come back to you to say, almost the obvious, what should be obvious to the supplier.
Yeah, exactly.
Fantastic. In a relatively short space of time. Well, great, Llewellan. I just want to thank you on behalf of the whole team and Ashley and Giang, and just Giang, sorry, just for putting it all together and making it as seamless as it was. If we don't have any more sort of final questions, maybe I think we should sign off and then really get back to work with a different lens on, I guess. But absolutely superb.
It was brilliant. And remember to join Llewellan and his team for a live event next week, Tuesday, yes. Wednesday.
Live and hybrid, I guess.
Live and hybrid, yeah.
What did AI tell you this morning?
I don't know, Llewellan. No, I think next week's going to be brilliant. You've got added speakers coming on board as well across different platforms too. And yeah, ChatGPT will bring it to you live online.
Yeah, exactly. I'm very excited to host you, Paul, and the team. We can obviously, for those on the call, we're going to have speaking in person the bestseller for confidence leadership, and #1 Amazon bookseller, Mark and Lundy, who will be doing a workshop as well with everyone in the room. We're also going to have the #2 brand strategist from around the globe, Dr. Jerome. He's going to be doing some functional workshop and toolkits that you can do on personal branding or your actual brand strategy. We're going to have the lead author for design thinking. He'll be dialing in and giving a quick 15-minute talk. We're going to have Ashley also demonstrating and flexing some AI in person. So quite excited. It's going to be a good event, and we'll definitely allow everyone on the call that would like to stream in to also have a taste of it.
Yeah, we'll send out the invitations to that as well, so you can get the link through.
Fantastic, and lovely to see some of our guests on the call, some familiar faces. Great to have you with us again as we sort of open up the COVID curtains completely. So we're looking forward to a fantastic year ahead with everybody.
Yeah,
all the best.
That was brilliant. Thank you.
Good.
Bye-bye,
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.